And hi, welcome to this video of Manjaro tricks and all that. I'm going to continue where I left off. So the last video we talked about, where were we? Yeah, we talked about Docker, and we talked about how to use OpenFOAM in Docker. Yeah, we talked about how to use OpenFOAM in Docker. Let me get some notes out. Yeah, OpenFOAM in Docker. Okay, so this was where we were. Oops. Let me open up some of the tabs. Okay, so we use sudo docker images. Okay, we'll be able to see that this our Ubuntu latest is this image, and if we use sudo docker ps-a, we will see that we'll have a few containers or frozen instances. The names here are bold no ether and brave Chandrasekhar. I'm not really sure how to pronounce. Again, I'm sorry, I might butcher some names here. But yes, we ran OpenFOAM here. So if we go sudo docker run it Ubuntu latest, and we use bin bash. Okay, we managed to get ourselves running OpenFOAM. Now the thing is, if without anything, we can only run things in the command line interface. We can't really run it using graphical user interface just yet. Let me bring the height down a little bit more so that it occupies a little bit more of the screen. Okay, alright, so this looks a little bit nicer. So yeah, we were able to install OpenFOAM, no problem. Okay, so but we aren't able to run things like Firefox yet, and we're going to just go through this simple video of how to maybe run Firefox. This is the website that I'm going to refer very much. Okay, this is a medium.com nerd for tech getting started with Docker. Okay, running a GUI or graphical user interface application inside it. So this will show you how to run Firefox. Okay, so you can refer here, but I'm just going to skip the reading of it. Let's apt install Firefox straight away. Yeah. So yeah, we will want to run graphical user interfaces like Firefox. Well, not necessarily Firefox, but it is a convenient way to start. We want to run Firefox, we want to run Salome. Okay, like Salome platform. Just like I was talking about earlier. Okay, Salome is not that straightforward to run, unfortunately, but it is possible with Docker, and I'm going to show you how soon. But let's start with the easy bits first, such as Firefox. So yeah, we can run OpenFOAM, no problem. icofoam. Okay, it will give us some error, and then yeah, it's not that difficult. It's all command line stuff. Okay, problem comes when we want to start running Firefox. So let's try running a Firefox first by using apt install Firefox. Okay, and we will just run into errors. Okay, we will just run into some errors. And let's take a look at some of the errors, and then we'll go through this guide and talk about how to solve them. Okay. Okay, so this thing is taking a while to unpack. I might fast forward this bit. Okay, so we are almost done with the Firefox install. Okay, so let's see whether this thing will run once this thing finishes. Of course, the installs, it'll take a while. Okay, system is a little bit slow, but yeah, we will run Firefox after this. The next, we will try to figure out, or rather, we'll just refer to the article to see why Firefox doesn't necessarily run right. So let's just run Firefox. Okay, let's just run Firefox. Okay, and it says this thing, error, no display environment variable specified. Okay, so something's a little bit wrong. Let's exit, and of course, I'll just want to commit this docker psa. Okay, let's commit this container to the Ubuntu latest image. Sudo docker commit. Okay, I'm so used to the GitHub. There's always a -m, but there's no -m this time. Okay. Whoa, 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 no. Ubuntu latest. So. Okay. Alright, let's see what's actually wrong. Okay. It says here, you will see errors and finally Firefox will not launch successfully. So this whole tutorial here basically teaches you how to set up Docker, and then we start running Firefox inside. Okay, so the logic is here, you will need an environment variable to run itself. It says no display environment variable specified. This is a shell variable that actually helps Firefox to project its graphical user interface tag on the screen. So the Docker itself, that means our little container here in Ubuntu latest, it does not have a GUI at all. Okay, it doesn't have a GUI at all. So what we need to do, we need to use the GUI, the graphical user interface, the GUI of the host system, which is over here is the Manjaro system that I'm running here. Okay, so very simply, you just need to add 2 bits of code here. Firstly is the environment display, because that will provide the display environment variable, because it says here, error, no display environment variable specified, just like what you saw just now. Now let's just do this first. Okay, maybe, okay, never mind. Medium doesn't like us doing that. Okay, doesn't matter. Let's just run sudo docker run -it. Okay, and then let's add the environment equals display inside. And what else? We use Ubuntu latest. Okay, so we are back in our root, and let's run Firefox. Okay, it says I cannot initialize the server. It says connection refused. Okay, so now there is a display, but there is some connection that is being refused here. So what do we need to do? Okay, the second bit here is to add this flag over here called net. The net key or whatever variable should be set to host. Now let's exit this, and let's just add this in, net equals host. So these are the two new important flags we learned today: environment equals to display and net equals to host. So we should be able to run Ubuntu latest. Alright, so now Firefox, and then yeah, Firefox is running right now. Okay, so we are able to run Firefox from Docker.